The 2025 trade deadline was ridiculous. Things got started with Luka going to LA and AD heading to Dallas. But we also saw other major moves, like De'Aaron Fox teaming up with Wemby in San Antonio, Brandon Ingram going to Toronto, the Suns being stupid, the Warriors adding Jimmy Butler, and barely missing out on KD according to reports. Sacramento brought in LaVine and Valanciunas, and there were so many other moves that I can't even begin to talk about all of them. However, we've got all the updated rosters, and I'm going to simulate the rest of the 2025 season along with the playoffs to see who's crowned champion after a crazy deadline. Season is wrapped. The Joker wins MVP over SGA, who had a recent 50-piece. Look at that, Valanciunas 6th man of the year as the backup for Alex Sarr early in the season with Washington, and now he's coming off the bench behind Domantas Sabonis over in Sacramento. Speaking of Alex Sarr, there's his rookie of the year. Wemby defensive player, this seems like a foregone conclusion. Amen Thompson most improved, well deserved, and Trae Young, free Trae, man. Young was all NBA first team this year, so a big season for him. Former teammates James and Davis make all NBA second. I want to note that some players were not eligible due to injury. However, injuries are off for the rest of this simulation, so everyone will be healthy and ready to go for the NBA playoffs. But who's even gonna make it in? Looks like the Golden State Warriors win their play-in tournament battle with the Clippers to advance to the playoffs as the 8 seed. The Spurs get in here as the 7 seed. I want to take a quick look at the standings and see how things panned out. Not a huge surprise. Thunder were number 1. Nuggets finish in 2nd. Lakers climb all the way to 3rd, so 2K loves the Mark Williams pickup with Luka and Bron. Mavs come in 4th. AD and Kyrie help the Mavs climb from, they're somewhere in like the 8 to 10 range in the West right now, I believe, so that's a big come up for them. Grizzlies finish in 5th. Suns miss out on the playoffs. So do Sacramento with their new addition of Zach LaVine. Now over here in the Eastern Conference, the Cavs pick up D Hunt and finish out the season as the 1 seed. Celtics didn't need to do anything. They're the 2 seed. New York, same thing. They're at 3. Pacers at 4. We didn't see as much movement out east. Heat end up missing out on the playoffs after trading away Jimmy Butler. So do the Milwaukee Bucks, which is big. They just got rid of Cash Money Chris. So now we're going to jump into the playoffs. If we get any game 7s, I'll most definitely jump in the Simcast so that we can watch. Oh, this is about to be crazy. The East was kind of boring, but we've got a wild West. And if y'all want to see more content like this, I really appreciate if you subscribe. We got at least 3 videos coming today. Been locked in for the trade deadline, all right? And we'll have more stuff coming tomorrow. First game 7 is between the Lakers and the Wolves. Luka and Ant going at it, 2 of the brightest young stars in the association. And how could I forget Julius Randle is also in this matchup. He might break the backboard with one of his bricks. The Timberwolves destroy the Lakers in game 7. So after adding Luka Doncic, oh my gosh, Luka 9 points in game 7, fouled out. And the Lakers are out of here despite a Bron masterclass. And Julius Randle, a 30-piece. He's hooping. Anthony Edwards also drops 30. The Wolves, one of those teams that stood pat at the deadline, made no type of moves, and maybe it's going to pay off. They get a big win against a great Lakers squad. Next up, we've got a game 7 between the Spurs and the Nuggets. 2 of the best bigs in the league in Joker and Wemby going at it. Win or go home situation. I want to remind you, the Spurs are the 7 seed. Nuggets are the 2 seed. This one's coming down to the wire, and you already know we're jumping in. This is going to be such a fun matchup. I would say these 2 guys are the 2 best centers in the association right now, and they're going at it. We've got Swipa. Where's De'Aaron at for the Spurs? I'd assume he'd be subbing in here in a second. Yeah, he's not fouled out. They just got Paul in at the moment. Ball will go into Joker. Joker down to Christian Brown. He'll give it to Peyton Watson. Now it goes to Jamal Murray. Murray looking for Joker down low. He'll find him. Joker kicks right back out as he drew the double. Murray misses the wide open jumper, and Charles Bassey will secure the rebound. Here's Chris Paul for San Antonio. Paul driving. Unk still got it. A big layup for Chris Paul. 2 minutes to go. Spurs will take a 1-point lead. Jamal Murray gives it up to Peyton Watson. Watson will get the screen from Gordon. Payton now going to swing it out to Murray. The Spurs have like 3 centers on the floor. I have no idea what they're doing right now. Murray driving on pole, fakes the shot. Shot clock winding down here. And that is a 3-second violation, which is perfect because it'll give San Antonio the opportunity to make a few subs here. Are you kidding me? San Antonio didn't sub in Fox. They're playing Paul in the clutch over Fox. 2K, I got to step in and make this substitution myself because what are we doing? Chris Paul's 80 years old. The Spurs just traded 3 picks to go get De'Aaron Fox, who's an all-star caliber player, and we got Chris Paul in the game with 2 minutes left over De'Aaron Fox. All right, now Fox is in the game. He's defended by Jamal Murray. Swiper, gonna go right at Murray, driving to the rim, rises up for a tough jumper and completely misses it. Not great shot selection there. Joker to Christian. Brown driving to the basket on Castle, swings it out to Murray. Joker will set the screen and roll. He's got the mismatch with Fox on him. Somebody's got to help him. It needs to be Wemby, not the smaller Vassell. Joker kicks out to Porter, who knocks down the 3. You know, as soon as Porter Jr. gets the ball, the shot is going up. MPJ, he's not swinging it. De'Aaron with the ball. Fox gonna cross over, create some separation, but the layup is still off. And the Joker will grab the rebound. He gives it up to Michael Porter Jr. Porter out to Brown. Now it'll go to Murray. Oh yeah, here we go. The Joker and Wemby one-on-one. And Jokic with the big layup doing that week-old celebration. Denver Nuggets up by 4. De'Aaron, do you have anything in you? Because you're playing terrible right now. Fox getting clamped by Murray. Barrels his way to the rim. Bumps him and scores. Tells Jamal to get in the gym. It is a 2-point ball game. About 30 seconds to go. San Antonio Spurs have no need to foul after the Fox layup. Joker going at Wemby. Drop step. Layup. Off. Wembanyama the rebound. He'll push the ball up to Fox. Plenty of time for San Antonio. De'Aaron slashing to the rim and scoring. He had a couple tough possessions, but now the game is tied. About 15 seconds to go. Joker's bringing it up. No timeouts left for either team. You assume Denver will hold for the final shot. And you know Jamal Murray's a problem in these situations, but of course, the multi-time MVP Joker is as well. He'll find Gordon wide open for a 3. AG can't hit. Vassell throws up the heave, and it almost dropped. We're going to overtime here in Game 7. And the final few minutes of regulation, let me tell you, they were a lot of fun. So I'm very excited for some extra basketball coming up here in OT. And can we talk about the fact that pretty much all the stars that got traded were in the West? Like, they got traded to the West or were already in the West, except for BI going to the Raptors, I believe. So the West just got a whole lot more stacked, and they already got a crazy conference. Overtime, it's all Denver. I mean, the Spurs just completely run out of gas, and Joker will advance. The young big man, Victor Wembanyama, goes to a Game 7 in his first ever playoff series. De'Aaron Fox and Wemby are out of here. But we've still got one more Game 7. And this one, it's an important one to me, as I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. Last night, we made the move to trade for Jimmy Butler. Somehow, coming out of the play-in tournament, we find ourselves in a 7th game against the one-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't believe it either. But here we are, and we've got the chance to pull off the upset of the century. The We Believe Warriors Part 2. Yeah, it's not going to happen. The Thunder take care of business. Steph left it all out there on the floor. 43 points. Jimmy a 30-piece. Shea just set a new record for playoff points with 64. I mean, what are my Dubs supposed to do about that? Are you kidding me? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, number 1 all-time, beating a record that has stood for almost 40 years at this point. Wow. Now we move to the second round. It'll be the Nuggets and the Wolves going at it. These two teams had a great battle in last year's playoffs, and we're here for the remix. We got Boston and New York over in the Eastern Conference, 2 of the best teams in the East, and one of them is about to lose in round 2. As for the Cavs, they got the Indiana Pacers. Cleveland has their new pickup DeAndre DeAndre Hunter playing some great basketball for the Hawks, and it looks like he's playing very efficient for Cleveland, helping them on the wing. And then finally, the Mavs, after their big trade to add Anthony Davis, are in the second round, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Very curious to see how that one goes. Maybe this move will pay off for the Mavs. They're cooking against OKC. Most of our series aren't very close, but the Celtics and Knicks, they're tied up at 2 apiece. So we got to jump in the Simcast for Game 5. This one should be a whole lot of fun. 7-point ball game, minute 38. Knicks have been having a big second half, but we'll see if the Celtics can get some momentum late in this game, because if they don't, they're on the verge of getting eliminated as the defending champion. Jalen Brunson with the rock. He's working on Derek White. Good defense from White. Brunson will get the ball right back. He drives to the rim, bumps White, and scores to put New York up by 9. Jaylen Brown not in the ball game right now for the Boston Celtics. Don't know why, as he is not fouled out, but that's just 2K being 2K. I think Kristaps Porzingis might be at small forward. I have no idea what type of lineup Boston is running. Tatum backing in on Bridges. Tough layup is off. Tatum taps the ball out of bounds. New York will retain possession. The New York Knicks, they literally did nothing. Stood pat at the trade deadline, and they've got the defending champs on the ropes. The Celtics with an absolutely loaded roster. Bridges rises up for the jumper, misses. Boston might have one last chance here if they're lucky. Derek White, the spin move, gonna give it out to Tatum. JT, 3 ball is off, and that is the game. The Knicks take this one on the Celtics home floor. 28-19, a monster night from Cat. Wolves went ahead and beat Denver in 5 here in the West. Cavs complete their sweep of the Indiana Pacers out east. So really our only series that's interesting right now is this one between Boston and New York. We're going into Game 6. Celtics will be eliminated. It's over. The New York Knicks are moving on to the conference finals, and we are going to see a new champion in this simulation. Cavs and Knicks will make up your Eastern Conference Finals, and out west, we're still trying to figure out who will move on to face the Minnesota Timberwolves. Early on in this series, the Mavericks dominated, going up 3-0. I thought it was over, but the Thunder have taken 2 in a row and now have some momentum to make a 3-0 comeback. Do you believe in miracles? Game 6 here. If the Thunder win this, they force 7 and have a chance to pull off the first ever 3-0 comeback in history. Mavs are up by 7. They have possession of the ball, so it's going to be an uphill battle for OKC. But we saw Shea drop a 64-point game in round 1, so I'm not putting it past the Thunder to get this dub. Kyrie Irving with the rock. He'll get the screen from Gafford. AD's over there in the corner as Irving rises up for the 3 and misses. A much-needed stop for Oklahoma City. The Bald Eagle has it now. PJ Washington on him. Caruso crosses over, trying to drive to the rim. Awkward hook shot is off. AD the board. And now the Mavs, they're in a position where they want to take their time. Ball will go to Anthony Davis at the top of the key. Davis gets the screen from Gafford. AD always wanted to play next to a center with the Lakers, and he'll finish the layup home. He hasn't had that opportunity to play the 4 since the Lakers won their chip. At least that's the last time I can remember. Caruso will get the screen. Ball goes down to Shea Gilgeous. Thunder will need a miracle here, and Shea can't deliver it. The Dallas Mavericks, after going in on a risky move, are headed to the conference finals with Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. They traded away their franchise superstar at the deadline, and it might just pay off. Out east, New York and Cleveland. These teams match up well. I think this is going to be a really fun one. 2 teams with great defenses. The Cavs and the Knicks also have great offensive players, so that'll be a fun one. And then the Wolves. I don't know how they're really here, considering how the regular season has gone for them, but they're here. They've got Anthony Edwards, and 2K loves the Timberwolves, so they've definitely got a chance in this series. The Knicks sweep the Cavs. New York saying, we don't need any of those trade deadline moves. We did all our moves in the offseason. Remember, they added OG. Wait, was that last year's trade deadline? It was. But they did a lot in the offseason too. Adding Mikal Bridges, adding Karl Towns. They're going to the NBA Finals. And the Mavs, they're on the verge of advancing. They will. So it's a battle of the bigs here. Karl Towns versus Anthony Davis. And of course, we've got two elite guards going at it as well, Irving and Brunson. Mavs also did pick up Caleb Martin. So we've got two opposite teams. The Knicks, who did nothing at the deadline, and the Mavs, who quite literally did everything at the deadline. And off the jump, this first game's looking a little close. 7-point ball game, minute 43 to go. Oh, I know everybody in the Garden is hyped. Jalen Brunson with the ball. Brunson is defended by Irving here. Screen will come from Karl Towns. Brunson, no hesitation. 3 is off. Davis the board. All right, Dallas, y'all got to go get one. And Kyrie, he's one of the best at getting clutch buckets. Kyrie gonna go straight at Brunson to the rim. Layup is good. Right on cue is Irving. That'll cut the lead to 5. Still over a minute left for the Dallas Mavericks to continue to chip away at this New York lead. Brunson to the basket. Oh, Caleb Martin commits the foul there. I don't know about that call, but we know Brunson, he's great at getting to the line. He'll knock down the first free throw. Second one from JB is also good. New York lead back to 7. I also saw some rumors that the Mavs were really trying to get Kevin Durant. They weren't able to pull that off too. Imagine if they got KD as well. That would have been nuts. Irving gets the screen from Davis, fading. 3 is off. And I think that'll do it for Dallas in this game. But the Knicks, they win their home game 1. There's really no reason to panic if you're the Mavs, but you gotta at least take the second game. You do not want to go down 2-0 early in the series. Hey, Dallas, I just said y'all don't want to go down 2-0. And what'd you do? Go down 2-0. Irving's 35 is not enough as Davis has 15 and 14. Davis tends to do this, just have those nights where he's a little bit off, and the Mavs can't afford that. Game 3. Oh, the Mavs they're done. They're done. New York will go up 3-0. Cat, 39 points, and it looks like a championship is coming to the Big Apple. Okay, the Mavs take a game. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon. Whoa. Let me not speak too soon. Davis is here, 38 and 15. Irving with 37. We're going to game 6. The Mavs have some renewed energy here. Oh my gosh. This is such a low-scoring ball game, but the Mavs are in it. I thought the video was about to be over. Knicks up by 2. Minute 59 to go. We're on Dallas's home floor. They can force 7, take things back to New York for a final game. And if they win this one, they got all the momentum to complete the 3-0. Irving will get the screen. That's a wide open 3 for Kyrie, and he'll knock it down. A 1-point lead for Dallas. Can Irving be on the right side of the two greatest comebacks in history? Remember, he was a part of the Cavs 3-1 2016 comeback. Can he do a 3-0 here in Dallas? Jalen Brunson gonna spin, go to the basket, rise up and score. Knicks, they're not gonna give up without a fight. They do not want to be on the wrong side of NBA history. Kyrie Irving has Brunson on him. Irving gonna cross over, float one up, and miss it. Oh yeah, Brunson and Irving both wear number 11, so the battle of number 11 PGs. Brunson driving, he'll rise up for the jumper and miss it. Lively's there on the glass, he'll give the ball up to Kyrie. Irving with Anunoby on him, rises up for a 3, misses. Karl Towns the rebound. We're just going back and forth here, brick for brick, between the Knicks and Mavs. Brunson, tough drive, is blocked by Derek Lively, an elite rim protector. And now Irving will slow things down a little bit, which I think is smart. Both teams playing really fast here. Irving driving, and he's blocked by Robinson. It's a block party. Everybody on both sides is invited. Brunson gonna drive on Dinwiddie. Floater is off. Davis is there on the glass. Only 45 seconds to go. Mavs down by a single point here. Ball will go to Irving. He's got the mismatch. Money Mitch on him. Ball will go out to Davis. Back to Irving. Mid-range jumper is in and out. All right, if you're Dallas, you need a stop here. And they talked a lot about the defense of Davis, so hopefully he can come through with a big play on this side of the ball. Brunson's jumper off. Davis the rebound. Mavs call timeout. 24 seconds remaining. They just need a bucket. And they can really take their time. They got plenty of time to get a quality shot off. PJ Washington, it'll go into Irving. Davis is in the corner. Irving's just gonna go quick, and he knocks down the jumper. But he leaves a lot of time for the New York Knicks here. Still 19 seconds on the clock for them to get a shot off. Anunoby into Brunson. Brunson with Irving on him. Jalen taking his time, but not really getting anywhere. He'll walk it back out to the 3-point line. Clock ticking 6 below 10 seconds. Brunson's gotta go. He'll drive on Irving again, bump him, lay it up, and score. 3.6 remaining. No timeouts for Dallas. Is this where their season ends? Irving hoping for a miracle, but it's off. The New York Knicks are your 2025 NBA champions. So it seems like the offseason is the right time to make your trade moves. That way, you don't have to deal with all the mid-season drama. You can have a full training camp to get things going. That's what New York did, and they end up lifting up the Larry O.B. Karl Anthony Towns is your finals MVP. Here were the playoff stats for New York. Brunson and Towns, both incredible. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, comment trade deadline. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.